Today I'll be introducing open nature meditation. Many years back when I started teaching meditation, I started taking people out in the nature. I started a program called Trekking Meditation. Well, if you look into the lives of great meditation masters, you will see them spending a lot of time in the nature, in open nature. Right now I'm sitting in this beautiful garden at Dhamma House where I regularly meditate in the nature. So some of you might be wondering how to meditate in the nature, because most of you are used to meditating sitting in a hall. Let me explain how to meditate in the nature. First of all, when you go out into the nature, choose a suitable place for yourself. And then for a few minutes, say for about 5 minutes, you just stand at that particular place that you have chosen. And then you look to the farthest mountains, the farthest trees, the farthest hills, whatever you can see in the farthest distance with your open eyes. But make sure that when you see the nature through your eyes, you just see. You don't describe, you don't try to define it, you don't try to find the name of this particular mountain, this particular tree, this particular bird, nothing doing. Your duty is to just stand in the nature and look at the nature as it is. The mountains are huge. Look at the size of it. It has different colors, different shapes. So spend about 5 minutes just looking at the nature. And then when you see the farthest objects in the nature, and now come closer, 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 see the closest things around you. The trees, the flowers, the grass, the little insects crawling by. Just look at them and just observe the nature as it is. You'll be surprised how beautiful nature is. But if you start describing it, if you start naming it or labeling it or trying to identify with it, then you lose the whole essence of nature meditation. Then after about 5 minutes of just standing and looking around the nature as it is, now you will sit down quietly, close your eyes, and now for a few moments you will just listen to the sound in nature. Well, as soon as you close your eyes, you will hear wonderful sounds in nature. Sound of the birds, sound of the wind, sound of animals, sound of people, or sound of anything for that matter. Your duty is to just listen as it comes to your senses. Just listen. No judging, no labeling, no naming, nothing doing. Your duty is to just sit down and just listen to the sound in nature. Say you have spent about 5 minutes just listening to the nature, and now try to feel the smell in the nature. Again, close your eyes and just try to feel the smell of the trees, of the plants, of the grass, of the flowers. Doesn't matter. Wherever you're sitting, if there's any smell in the nature, just be aware of the smell. Again, no naming, no labeling, not trying to find out what type of smell is it, what kind of smell is it. Your duty is to just be with the smell. Let's say there's no smell. Doesn't matter, don't worry. You can just sit there observing the breath coming in, the breath going out, the breath going in, the breath going out. Naturally, normally, as it comes, as it goes. Your duty is to just observe the breath as it comes, as it goes. If the breath is long, it's long. If it is short, it is short. If it is shallow, it is shallow. Doesn't matter. Your duty is to just observe the breath as it comes in, the breath goes out. You'll spend about a few minutes like that, say for about 5 minutes, just feeling the smell in nature. If there's no smell, just look at the breath, just observe the breath. And then you touch the nature, say touching the trees, touching the plants, Feel the energy of the trees. Look at the shape, the size, and the colors of these beautiful trees. Again, don't waste your time into trying to find the name of this tree or the shape of this tree or trying to label or describe it. Just observe as it is. Look at carefully, look at the wonders of nature and just enjoy the nature as it is. You'll spend about 5 minutes like that. And then you lie down and look at the blue sky. Oh my gosh, the sky, the clouds, just look at it. Just lie down, feel the touch of the nature on your body as you lie down. Feel the hardness of the nature. Again, don't describe, don't complain, oh my gosh, this is too hard, this is too soft or anything. Just lie down as it is. The wind is blowing, the sun is there, the trees are there, the mountains are there, the birds are there. It doesn't matter, you just lie down in the nature. Spend about 5 minutes like that. Touch the hardness, the softness of the nature. And then you will again sit down and now feel the nature on your body, like the heat of the sun on your body, the wind brushing your body, the face, your hair, your body. Just sit still and feel the nature on your body. The wind is blowing, the sun is there, the breeze, whatever it is, as it is. If there's a strong wind, don't expect the breeze to come. And if there's a beautiful breeze, don't expect the wind to come. If the sun is hot, don't complain, oh, it's so hot. If the sun is behind the clouds, don't complain, where's the sun? Your duty is to just be in the nature as it is. And I tell you, this could be the best meditation of your life. And at last, you take a walk in the nature. Now, as you walk slowly in the nature, you're completely aware of the wind, of the sun, of your feet touching the ground, of the sound, and all that is there in the nature. Walk with complete awareness. And when you feel like you can stop for a while, look around the nature, feel the nature, hear the sound in nature, feel the touch of the nature. And this is how you will feel the richness of the nature. Nature is the greatest teacher, and this is what you learn by meditating in the nature. Great masters like Buddhas learned from the nature. They observed nature very closely, and most of their teachings are based on the law of nature. And this is what we all need to learn, and this is what we all need to experience. As you witness the beauty of nature as it is, and not in the way you would like it to be, you will discover amazing things about nature. You will discover how nature is so much part of our life, that you will discover that you are part of nature. You came from nature, and we all go back to nature. And this is what you will discover. Now, once you discover that you are part of nature, how on earth can you ever do anything that would destroy the nature, that would pollute the nature, that will harm the nature? And if you start meditating in the nature, you will develop a very close relationship with the nature. Obviously, you're going back to where you belong. And that's where your home is, your family is. And if you look at all this creative art today in the world that people create, a painting, a fine art, or any shape that we create, remember, these are nothing but a reflection of what you see in the nature. Every shape, every color that you see is out there in the nature. And as you start to meditate, you will understand how nature changes every moment. And like the nature, how our life changes every moment. Moment to moment, our life is changing. And soon you will understand this beautiful sun changes in the next moment. You cannot hold on to it. These beautiful trees, the shape and the color changes. You can't hold on to what you see at this moment. It will change, it will go away. Likewise, the beautiful clouds in the sky, the shape, you see and it changes. You can't hold on to it. And this is the greatest message you get from nature. You can't hold on to anything because everything in this nature is impermanent. It's changing. It's a constant flux of change. And this is what you reflect into your life. We are changing every moment. We're getting older day by day. Every moment we are changing. Our thoughts are changing. The way we see things are changing. The way we hear things are changing. The way we smell things are changing. The way we feel the touch is changing. And the way our thoughts are changing. The biggest mistake we commit is that we try to hold on to something that is changing every moment. And that is why we suffer. And that's what we need to understand from this nature. And that is why nature is the greatest teacher. Once you start to meditate in the nature, you might as well lose the whole taste of meditating inside a room or inside a hall with this air-conditioned artificial lights, artificial air, and all these comfortable cushions. I hope many of you will go out into the nature, explore the beauty of nature, and develop this close connection with the nature and get the first-hand understanding of what life is from the nature. I hope very soon you will be awakened to the reality of this nature, of the nature outside and the nature inside of us. Have a good day.